And they try to tell us charms and spells do not work. Temeraf, the Voivod will want to talk to you. Look at him, that gacho. Aranka described somebody just like him. Go and see the Voivod.
Hail Mary.
I've heard incredible things about you. They say you let a fully loaded hay wagon roll over you.
Hi. It was quite the show.
Is that how you usually spend your free time?
Oh, often enough. People like it. But don't think it's some trick. It's the real thing. And it's not easy. It's not just about muscles, but about your overall approach to food and life in general. Being a strongman isn't a trade. It's a way of life.
I believe you. Getting run over by a wagon isn't for everyone.
That's right. Not everyone can do it. But I was nursed by a wild she-bear, so it's no problem for me. Nothing's impossible. Remember that. Nothing's impossible.
How's it going, eh?
On top of the world, same as ever.
You were raised by a wild bear, you said?
You think I'm lying? Or you're just amazed?
Well, it's just you're the first person I ever met who had that kind of upbringing.
The first? The only one, more like, fella. It was a cruel winter when they found me in that bear's den as a baby.
So you're an orphan?
If we rule out a human baby being born to a bear, then I reckon that's a good bet.
Right. That was stupid.
What?
No, I meant I was being stupid. About the bear thing, of course.
Well, there you go. Nothing's impossible for a man like me. Like I say, nothing's impossible.
What can you do, Tomcat?
Me? Everything. Nothing's impossible.
Come on. Don't tell me you can really do everything.
If I put my mind to it, try me.
What about swimming?
I've been training to swim in cold water for years. No one can beat me when it comes to swimming under ice.
I'd like to believe that. And seeing it's summer now, I have no other choice. What about climbing?
I can climb any cliff without a rope, just using my bare hands, and then do a backflip off it into a pond.
Jesus, you're a madman.
Not at all. I'd be a madman if I trusted my life to something as crazy as a horse.
Wait, so you're afraid of horses?
Hey, nothing's impossible. But I hate horses with all my guts. I never take risks, and that's why I'll never get on a horse. Not even for a golden goose.
You don't take risks? And what about your strongman antics?
No risk involved. That's years of hard work and training, fella. If I didn't believe in myself and what I do, I'd be long dead.
My name is Henry, and I've heard in the village that you're a renowned strongman, juggler, and moreover, skilled with a weapon. Is that true?
Depends. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for someone to help me.
What's it about?
Well, it's complicated. But the short version is, a few days ago I barely avoided the gravedigger's shovel. I thought I was done for. That's how badly beaten I was. And now, well, I'm feeling a bit unsure in combat. I'll need to regain my confidence, if you know what I mean.
Aye, that I can do. If what you say is true, I could really help you out, friend. I've been missing a good fight around here.
What would you like in return?
Oh, please. I'll do it out of sheer kindness. I don't have anything to do right now anyway. You can pay me next time.
We can start right away.
All right? Follow me to the arena.
Shall we begin?
Here's a practice longsword, so we don't hurt each other. Let's see what you've got. We'll start with exchanges, and if you do well, we'll try something harder. If you're going to attack, commit to it. Don't stop after a single strike. Dish out several. Now I'm going to show you a simple technique that builds on that. You'll attack from the right, then left, then right again. Attacks follow one after the other. And you don't even have to break through your opponent's cover.
So right, left, and then right again.
Exactly. You could also do it the other way around. I'll let you have exactly 3 strikes, so you're not wasting effort just flailing around.
I get it. Let's...
Don't pause. See? That's the way. Again. Beautiful. Aye, you've got the hang of it. Let's try something more difficult. I'll teach you a real technique. You start with a slash from above, then from the right, and when your opponent expects another attack from above, you do a quick sidestep and drag your blade horizontally across his belly.
So I'll start from the top, then from the right, and then...
From the left. Remember, top, right, and finally left.
All right, let's give it a try.
I'll let you make 3 strikes just like before. No more.
All right.
Beautiful. Once more. No. Focus on the direction you're supposed to attack from. Well done. That's that, then. You don't even have to use a longsword for this technique. It'll work with any other weapon.
That'll come in handy.
And one more piece of advice. Any attack can start with this or that technique. Look, if I attack from the right, your riposte will come from above. And that's the first step of this technique. Think about it.
What about other techniques?
I'll teach you even more if you want, but it won't be as cheap, and you'll also have to know a thing or two first. If you prove yourself to me, I'll teach you the best technique of all, Meisterhau, also known as the Masterstrike.
How could I prove myself to you so that you'll teach me the Masterstrike?
You'll have to defeat me in a sword fight, because this technique only works for swords.
So all I have to do is challenge you?
That's right.
I challenge you to a duel.
Good. Come and join me in the arena.
Shall we begin?
Let's begin. Defend yourself.
You fight like an old hag!
Fuck yourself! And learn!
Do you think I have what it takes?
All right. You deserve to be taught the Masterstrike. Here's a training sword so he won't get hurt.
Let's get to it.
The pinnacle of swordsmanship are so-called Masterstrikes. You can only perform a technique like that with a sword, no matter if it's short or long, or if you're using a shield. What you do need is a blade and a guard that protects your hands. Masterstrike is a technique that allows you to counter an opponent's attack with your own. A swordsman that can learn such a technique is undefeatable. Let me show you. Attack me from the right. Surprised? Now you try. Master strikes are what elevates the swords above other weapons, and there is no defense against them. You've learned how to parry your opponent's attack with a properly timed block, but this time, you attack instead of blocking. Timing and direction are everything. Hit your opponent at the right time and from the right angle. I'll attack slowly from above. You take up position with your sword below and strike against my attack. But enough talk. Come and try it yourself. Oh, you need to attack too. Snap out. All right, let's try it once more. But this time, I'll attack from the side. Now pay attention. If I hold my sword to the left, put yours to the right. If I'm on the right, get ready on the left. Masterstrike works only with an opposite strike. Otherwise, it's the same. You strike when I begin my attack. Ready?
Always.
Good. Again. That's the way. You're getting the hang of it. Now let's try it for real. I'll fight you normal, and you have to pay attention to which direction I'm attacking from. Then attack from the opposite side.
I understand. Let's start.
You're getting the hang of it. Again. Not like that. You were supposed to counterattack from the opposite side when I started attacking. Beautiful. Try it again. Here's a few more tips. If your opponent knows how to perform a Master Strike, don't give them an opportunity to use it. Try not to attack from the opposite side. Now for the most important part. You can use a Master Strike to defend against an opponent's riposte. After a perfect block, your positions are always set. Your opponent knocks your sword to the left, then attacks with a riposte to the right. Until that point, you could only defend yourself with a perfect block. Now you can surprise your opponent with a Master Strike that he hasn't a hope of blocking. Understand?
I think I understand.
Good. That's all I can teach you. Now, it's up to you to learn how to use the Master Strike in combat.
I'll do my best. Thanks, Tomcat. Can we practice the technique you taught me?
All right, follow me.
Have a kind master.
Just watch where you're going next time.
Clara,
Vera,
Anna,
Annabelle,
or Lisa?
as
I
usual.
can't keep up with all those girls of yours. Besides, we were both fucking most of
Ah, good day. Good afternoon.
Show me your wares.
I
This
hope
song,
you'll be
listen.
satisfied.
Sharpie
Take care.
Clara never says no. These two
Good
fine
day
lads
to you.
gave her a
Greetings.
go. I went, Clara,
Ka! Whoa! 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 Quick! Ja! Go! Ja! Go! Quick! Go! Whoa!
you silly doggy.
Ka! Go! Ka! Whoa!
What can I do for you?
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge.
Oh, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
Go over to the anvil. And
I
let's
could
get
use some
started.
sleep.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up bit by bit. Try poking it around for a bit.
Greetings.
Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works the bellows. Tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got time for that. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. It's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil.
Oh no, please, my lady. Forgive my rudeness and please don't hurt me.
See that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Well struck. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. So there you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right, let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed, and there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
I could use a nap.